BC's Premier lashed out today at the Prime Minister over a secret deal with Alberta to authorize an oil pipeline to the province's coast. For more on that, let's bring in Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature. Now, Rob, what is the latest going on in regards to this hot topic political issue?
Yeah, Stacey, a messy day here at the Legislature on the pipeline dispute, full of twists and turns. It started with the Premier and the Prime Minister having a morning phone call in which Mark Carney assured David Eby there is no finalized pipeline deal between Alberta and Ottawa yet, despite all the rumors. And then just 2 hours after the Premier went public with that, reports from CBC's Parliamentary Bureau in Ottawa that, in fact, the deal is actually done without any consultation whatsoever from BC. CBC is reporting that the Memorandum of Understanding will be announced Thursday in addition to support for an oil pipeline from Alberta to BC's north coast. It's expected to include federal exemptions from the coastal oil tanker moratorium and the federal emissions cap. In return, Alberta will have to strengthen the industrial carbon tax and invest in the carbon capture Pathways project. Eby said he is frustrated his government and local First Nations were shut out of these negotiations on a pipeline he doesn't support. Here he is today.
I underlined for the Prime Minister how unacceptable it was to me to have Saskatchewan and Alberta speaking about matters in British Columbia without British Columbia at the table. This is not something that would happen to Quebec. This is not something that would happen to other provinces in the Federation. I don't know why the thought was that it would be okay for it to happen in British Columbia.
Eby says he told the Prime Minister coastal First Nations need to be part of these talks, and any public money spent on the Alberta pipeline needs to be matched for BC projects. I asked him if he feels like Ottawa was buttering up BC recently with all its funding announcements, things like money for Royal Athletic Park that the city didn't even ask for, and all the BC projects added to the federal major projects list to kind of lessen the blow of this pipeline. He said no, BC just has really good projects. Late this afternoon, Energy Minister Adrian Dix reacting to the news of this pipeline deal.
The reason this is an MOU, and we haven't seen it, we don't know about it, we can't comment on it until we have seen it, and we do know about it. The reason this is an MOU and not project support is there ain't no project.
British Columbia should be taking a leading role in Canada, in unifying Canada, and opening up opportunities, and particularly opening up resource opportunities. And it's unfortunate to see that David Eby is being an impediment to doing that. And I'm glad to see that Mr. Carney thinks that this is a priority for the citizens of Canada.
Those talking points you heard from Adrian Dix there, that the Alberta pipeline is fiction. There's no private proponent, there's no route, there's no money, there's no project. Perhaps one of the reasons Stacey, BC was not invited to this negotiation because its default position has been no to this project. But even so, some real games appearing to be played here by the Prime Minister's office when it comes to BC's government and the Premier finding out and being blindsided today on a pipeline announcement we can expect later this week.